Feel the fear and act in faith. Welcome back, friend. I'm so glad you're here today. Whether you're listening on your morning walk, driving to your next appointment, or sitting in your car in a parking lot, working up the nerve to walk into a meeting, I want you to know this episode was made for you. This is Life with Denise, and I'm Denise. Today, we're talking about fear. That four-letter word that has stolen more dreams, silenced more voices, and kept more people on the sidelines than almost anything else in the world. Let's reframe our thinking and say it this way. Fear is not your future. Faith is. What are you afraid of? I mean, really. What is it? Is it rejection? Is it failure? Is it what people will think of you if you go all in on your dreams and it doesn't quite work out the way you hoped? Maybe it's success, because success means change, and change feels terrifying. Whatever it is, it's very important to name it. Because here's the thing about fear. It has the most power over us when we refuse to look at it. When we keep it in the shadows, when we tiptoe around it and just pretend it's not there. But the moment you look fear in the face and say, I see you and you do not own me, everything begins to shift. And that starts with a decision. The very first step to conquering your fears is simply this: decide. Decide right now, today, sitting exactly where you are in this moment, that you are not a victim. Decide that your fears do not rule you and they do not control you. Decide that you have the power to control your thoughts. We talked about this in a previous episode. And therefore, those thoughts can change the entire trajectory of your future. This is not a small thing. Actually, it's everything. You are a victor, not a victim. Let's say that again. You're a victor, not a victim. You see, so many of us are waiting for fear to go away before we even start to take an action. We think, well, once I feel more confident, then I'll step out. Once I feel ready, I'll say yes. Once I know that it's going to work, I'll go for it. But I've got news for you and for me. Confidence doesn't come before the step. It comes because of the step. You don't wait until you're brave to act. You act, and that's what makes you brave. So let's talk about what this actually looks like in your day-to-day life. Because moving through fear isn't just a mindset shift. It's something that has to be practiced. It's something you do every single day in small, intentional ways. There's something that's called the 1% rule. It's one of my favorites. Have you ever heard of it? It goes like this. If you commit to doing just 1% more every single day, just 1%, 1% braver, 1% more consistent, 1% better, that you will dramatically improve your life. Sounds easy, right? And, not someday, and not after some big dramatic transformation, but steadily, surely, and powerfully over time. Those small steps add up to giant leaps every single time. And here is another truth that will absolutely change how you think about building those habits. So that you've heard it said that it takes 21 days to create a new normal or a new habit, and 21 days of repeating a new behavior. That's where your brain actually begins to rewire itself. Again, we talked about that in a previous episode. That new thing, that uncomfortable, scary, maybe outside your comfort zone thing, starts to become just what you do. It's not scary anymore or uncomfortable. It's just what you do. You become the victor and not a victim. So Now, here's where it gets exciting. If you commit to changing just one thing every 21 days, one new habit, one new practice, one new mindset shift, that over the course of a year, you will have built 16 brand new habits. 16! That's incredible. So easy. 1%, little bit each day, 21 days, and there you have 16 brand new habits over the course of a year. I want you to stop and actually think about that. Ask yourself, what would 16 new habits do for me? How would that change my life? How would that impact my business, my relationships, my sense of who I am? That's the power of showing up, even imperfectly, every single day. Now, let's talk about something that I think is at the root of all of this, and that is purpose. You've heard that word a lot, but here's what I know to be true. When your purpose becomes bigger than your fear, then fear loses its grip. When you know why you're doing what you're doing, when you're connected to something greater than just a goal or just a number or just an outcome, then suddenly you're going to find courage that you didn't even know you had. Nobody gets to the end of their life and says, "Whew, I'm so glad I played it safe." No, and nobody gets on their deathbed and says, I wish I had dreamed smaller, I wish I had risked less, or I wish I had stayed more comfortable. No, it's actually the opposite. What they wish is that they had gone for it. You have been called for such a time as this. Your story is being written right now, today, actually by the choices you make, the fears you face, and the faith that you walk in. So I want to ask you a question. Are you going to live in the land of hope or in the land of fear? Because here's the thing. Those two places just cannot exist together. They cannot coexist. You cannot be ruled by fear and walk fully in faith at the same time. One will always crowd out the other. So feed the faith and starve the fear. I want to share something with you that has always meant so much to me. And actually, it's helped me so many times when I start feeling fearful or start thinking about fear, or that fear starts to take over. Actually, in the Bible, there are numerous references to the phrase, "fear not." You can actually find one for every single day of the year. It's kind of like as if God knew we were going to need a daily reminder to fear not. That's not a coincidence. It's like a love letter over and over and over again. God says, do not be afraid. Trust me. I've got you. He's called you into the season and in this season of your life, into your business, into your relationships, into your purpose for a reason. And whatever He's called you to do, He will equip you to do. That means He will give you what's necessary as you step out in faith. Whatever it is that God has placed on your heart, whatever He's asking you to step out and trust Him with, He will give you the courage because it's already there. The courage you need is already available to you. You just have to take the step. So the question is, what is your step out of the boat moment? What is He calling you toward that might scare you a little, or maybe scare you a lot? I've had so many of those in my life, so many things that scare me a little, and then I realize they really scared me a lot. Do you feel that way too? Whatever you want is waiting on the other side of fear. I'm going to say that again. Whatever you want is waiting for you on the other side of fear. First, compare yourself only to yourself. Run your own race. Remember, we talked about this in a previous episode about the great horse Secretariat And now the new horse that seems to be on the news all the time, Golden Tempo. Don't look to the left or don't look to the right. Measure your chapter 1 against someone else's chapter 20 is a dangerous thing to do. Stay in your own lane. Run as fast as you can toward your dreams and your goals, because that's the only race that matters, really. Second, find gratitude in every season. This is hard to do sometimes in the hard seasons, right? But even in the slow seasons, even in the ones where you feel like nothing is working and you're not sure why you even started, but if you start looking for the good things and be grateful, gratitude will shift your focus from what you lack to actually what you do have. And that shift changes everything. Third, focus on what you want, not what you don't want. When you concentrate on the fear grows. When you concentrate on the dream grows. It really is that simple. Where your attention goes, your energy flows. And fourth, and this might be the most important one, replace the negative thoughts with truth. Stop believing the lies that fear is telling you, those voices that are lying to you. Stop rehearsing the worst case scenarios and start declaring what God says about you, that you are chosen, you are equipped, you are called, and most importantly, you are enough. Write those truths down. Say them out loud. Put them on your mirror. Let them be the first thing you speak over yourself in the morning and the last thing that you remind yourself of at night. Doubt and fear delay your dreams. And dreams that go unfulfilled, they don't just disappear, they become frustration. They become the quiet ache of what if? And you deserve so much better than that. So here's your challenge for today. Ask yourself 3 questions. Number 1, what is my greatest fear? Name it. Number 2, what is holding me back? And number 3, what is my next courageous step? Not your whole journey, not your 5-year plan, just the next step. That step that's right in front of you. You know, there's a saying that says, do the mundane to achieve the amazing. Stay in motion. That means just do your everyday work, your everyday task, the thing that's right in front of you. And keep your eyes on the goal. No options, no drama, no excuses. You were made for this. The hard work you put in today will be the success you celebrate tomorrow. So feel the fear and act in faith anyway. I'm cheering for you every single step of the way. Thank you so much for spending this time with me today. If this episode spoke to you, or if you have a friend that would really enjoy learning about feeling the fear and acting in faith and would be encouraged to hear it, please share it with them. Also, send me a message. I would absolutely love to know what resonated with you. This is Life with Denise. I'm Denise. And until next time, stay courageous, stay committed, and remember, you are chosen for such a time as this. Feel the fear, act in faith. You are a victor, not a victim.